Find the number of positive integers less than 1,000 that can be expressed as the difference of two integral powers of 2. So we want two integral powers of 2, sum 2 to the x minus 2 to the y, such that it's less than 1,000. So looking at the powers of 2 that are close to 1,000, 2 to the 11th is 2,048. 2 to the 10th is 1,024. We're never going to have 2 to the 11th in these differences of powers of 2 because 2 to the 11th minus 2 to the 10th is going to be greater than 1,000. And with 2 to the 10th, we can start there. 2 to the 10th and 2 to the 9th is equal to 512. So 2 to the 10th minus 2 to the 9th is just going to be 1,024 minus 512, which is less than 1,000. And this is just same thing, 2 to the 10th. That is 2 to the 9th times 2 minus 1. And same goes, we'll keep going with 2 to the 10th. 2 to the 10th minus 2 to the 8th is 2 to the 8th, 2 squared minus 1. And we can keep going with this till we get to 2 to the 10th minus 2 to the 5th. And this is 1,024 minus 32, which is 992. That's still less than 1,000. But when we get to 2 to the 10th minus 2 to the 4th, that's 1,024 minus 16, which is greater than 1,000. And so that's where the difference between these integral powers of 2 are not less than 1,000. So there are 5 options here with 2 to the 10th in it. We can do this same process with 2 to the 9th, 2 to the 9th minus 2 to the 8th, and we'll see that this is distinct because this is 2 to the 8th times 2 minus 1, and same with 2 to the 9th minus 2 to the 7, that's distinct, that's 2 to the 7, 2 squared minus 1. And this works all the way down to 2 to the 9th minus 2 to the 0, just 512 minus 1. That's less than 1,000. And so the number of options here, there are 9 options with 2 to the 9th in it. And we can do this same process with 2 to the 8th minus 2 to the 7th, and we'll see that that's just 2 to the 7th minus 2 to the 1, and that's distinct. We're never going to have a 2 to the 7th times 2 minus 1 and anything above here. And this continues down all the way to 2 to the 8th minus 2 to the 0, 256 minus 1. That is less than 1,000. There are 8 options here. And you continue this process until you get all the way down to 2 squared minus 2 to the 1. It's 4 minus 2 is 2, and 2 squared minus 2 to the 0. 4 minus 1 is 3. 2 options here. And lastly, starting with this, 2 to the 1 minus 2 to the 0 is 2 minus 1, which is 1. And 1 option here. And in each of these cases, we're able to factor like that. And you'll find that if you were to check this out, like, for example, 2 to the 7th minus 2 to the 6th, that's going to be unique, 2 to the 6th minus 2 to the 1. There's no other way to get that in all these other differences of 2's. And so the pattern goes, we had 5 here, 9 there, 8 there. It's going to look like 5 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7, all the way down to when we had 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3, and we had 2 here, 2 plus 1. And this is the number of different numbers that can be obtained by looking at from these different differences of 2. So 5 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 all the way down to 1. And this sums to 45. 5 plus 45 is 50. And that is our answer. There are 50 positive integers less than 1,000 that can be expressed as the difference of two integral powers of 2.